Hold on to your seats, because this one isn't just headline-worthy, it's explosive. Just when the media circus seemed to have reached peak madness, country queen Carrie Underwood steps into the spotlight, not with a guitar, but with a $1 billion legal thunderclap aimed squarely at The View. That's right, $1 billion. And behind the scenes? Chaos. Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin aren't just rattled, they're reportedly in full-blown panic mode. Sources whisper that ABC is scrambling, practically on its knees, begging Carrie to pull the plug. But Carrie? Oh no. She's not flinching. She's standing tall, fire in her eyes, and thunder in her voice. So what lit this legal fuse? It all traces back to one electrifying moment, the night Carrie sang at Donald Trump's inauguration, setting off a chain reaction that no one, not even daytime TV royalty, saw coming.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America.
And then, bam, The View got wind of Carrie's announcement, and all hell broke loose. Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin didn't just criticize, they went nuclear, unleashing a verbal barrage so sharp, so personal, that Carrie says it didn't just sting, it crossed into outright defamation. But here's the kicker, Carrie didn't flinch. She didn't retreat. She loaded her legal arsenal and fired back. But hey, before we dive deeper into this scorched earth saga, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Trust me, you do not want to wake up tomorrow to Joy Behar screeching in your ear. And nobody deserves that. Subscribed? Good. Let's roll. Picture it, Carrie Underwood, America's golden-voiced sweetheart, proudly announces she'll perform at Donald Trump's inauguration. And just like that, boom, the internet detonates. Fans, critics, celebrities, everyone splits into two camps. One side crowned her a patriot. The other? A traitor in rhinestones.
Carrie Underwood will take the stage at Trump's inauguration singing America the Beautiful. She said to the Post, "I love our country and I'm honored to have been asked to sing at the inauguration and to be a small part of this historic event. I am humbled to answer the call at a time when we must all come together in the spirit of unity and looking to the future." Well, that wasn't good enough for the tolerant left, of course, who is outraged over Carrie being outed as MAGA. X is blowing up with jokes about how she should sing her hit song Before He Cheats. Some are calling for her to be boycotted and canceled.
And just when it looked like Carrie was standing alone in the firestorm, in rode John Rich, six-string blazing and no apologies in sight. He didn't hesitate, didn't sugarcoat, he stood tall beside Carrie, defending her when it felt like the whole world, especially The View, was piling on the hate. While the media machine churned out outrage and virtue signaling reached record highs, John said what others were too afraid to say, Carrie had every right to sing wherever the hell she wanted. It wasn't just support, it was a shot across the bow, a clear message. Not everyone's buying the cancel culture Kool-Aid.
John Rich weighed in, saying there are several top-tier country artists who support Trump, and I wish they'd finally have the balls to come forward and be counted. Ain't nothing outlaw about keeping your mouth shut to appease the record label. Carrie Underwood is making you look like a bunch of sissy boys. Carrie is talented, she is graceful, she is a class act, she has great legs, not that it matters, but she is everything that the tolerant left is not.
That's when Joy Behar completely loses it, her voice rising, eyes blazing, tossing journalistic restraint out the window. She dares to question Carrie's patriotism, accusing her of normalizing Trump's presidency like it was some kind of crime against humanity. The tone? Less talk show, more public shaming. And then, enter Sunny Hostin, armed with her signature smug glare and a moral high horse so tall it needed a seatbelt. She jumps in like a prosecutor at a show trial, doubling down with claims that Carrie's performance was dangerous, irresponsible, even complicit. It wasn't just criticism anymore, it was a full-scale character assassination broadcast to millions. But what they didn't expect. Carrie was about to fight back. Not with a tweet. Not with a post. With a $1 billion lawsuit that could shake daytime TV to its core.
It is country music. I think don't get
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do it, even though I
You
can't
would
sing.
not sing?
No, I would not. I would not normalize him. And she says, I love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
A lot of my family voted for Trump. They love the country and vote for him. I think that people make these decisions for a lot of reasons.
Okay, fine. And I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one's asked me, but that's another story.
I would love for you to do a roast at the Trump inauguration.
Yeah. I don't think so, but then you pushed her and she said, yeah, I guess I am.
Well, I said to her, do you believe that women should make the same amount of money as men? Well, I guess I am a feminist.
Yeah, and she said, I guess I am a feminist. So I think people feel pretty strongly about it. I think art is art, and you know, you have a right to perform where you want to perform. I agree with you, Joy. I can't sing a lick, but I certainly, and I have not been asked, but if I were asked, it would be a hard no.
Well, they wouldn't ask me, so I have no nothing to say.
Right, yeah. They're not asking any of us.
And Sunny? Oh, she was right there with Joy, nodding, clapping, and piling on the outrage. She smugly declared she'd never perform at an event like that, calling Carrie's decision disgusting. Yep, they actually said it. Out loud. On national TV. And fans? They were livid. Twitter, Instagram, a digital firestorm erupted in seconds. But Carrie? She stayed silent, at first. Don't get it twisted though, this wasn't surrender. While Joy and Sunny were running their mouths on air, Carrie was getting to work, quietly, strategically, and legally. And then, she struck. Boom. A $1 billion defamation lawsuit. Carrie accused The View of spreading outright lies, launching harsh, baseless attacks that wrecked her image and cost her millions in lost endorsements. And now? Oh, how the tables have turned. Those same hosts who were all too happy to throw shade are now, according to inside sources, begging for a settlement behind closed doors. Joy and Sunny, once so bold on camera, are now scrambling, praying this never sees a courtroom. But Carrie? She's not budging. Not 1 inch. She's making it crystal clear, this isn't just about her. It's about media accountability. And the internet? It's absolutely losing its mind.
She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans are.
And the backlash? Oh, it's absolutely savage. The internet isn't just reacting, it's erupting. Memes are everywhere. One viral post shows Carrie Underwood looking flawless, with the caption, "Grace under fire." Another? A screenshot of Joy Behar mid-rant, her face twisted in outrage, captioned, "When you realize you just messed with the wrong one." Ouch. Even longtime fans of The View are starting to whisper, or scream, that something's off. Social media's buzzing with criticism, calling the show a toxic echo chamber, more interested in tearing people down than promoting any real conversation. And behind the scenes? ABC executives are reportedly in full-blown panic mode. Whispers of damage control, pressure campaigns, even demands for public apologies from Joy and Sunny are swirling. But let's be real. Is that even going to be enough? Because if Carrie wins this lawsuit, The View could be staring down one of the biggest media scandals of the decade. And let's not pretend this is brand new. Fans have been calling Joy and Sunny out for years, accusing them of being aggressive, biased, and straight up rude to any guest who dares to disagree. And now? The reckoning is here. Even Whoopi Goldberg, who usually rides or dies with her co-hosts, is suspiciously silent. Insiders say she's trying to mediate, but the backlash is too loud, too fast, and too fierce to contain. Meanwhile, Carrie isn't just defending her name, she's launching a war cry. A clear message to the media world. You don't get to destroy reputations with lies and walk away smiling. There will be consequences. And fans? They're standing behind her, fists in the air, cheering her on.
So let's put this in perspective here. What do y'all think?
I personally hope we're moving beyond the era of politics where we want to cancel people's livelihoods because we don't like their politics. And whether it was the Dixie Chicks for criticizing George Bush, didn't agree with it then, and Carrie Underwood, if you have a problem, you register your complaint by not downloading your songs and not going to her shows.
Right.
But I also think from a business standpoint, it's not a bad decision for Carrie Underwood. 75 million people voted for Trump. Artists tend to skew left-leaning, so she's overnight going to become an icon of MAGA and the American right.
Now this lawsuit? It's bigger than Carrie Underwood. This is about media responsibility, plain and simple. Because let's ask the real questions. Should talk shows like The View be able to say anything, no matter how damaging, without facing consequences? Where do we draw the line between fair criticism and full-on defamation? If Carrie wins, it could send shockwaves across the entire media landscape. Producers, hosts, networks, they'll all be watching. And as for Joy and Sunny? Let's just say their future on The View is starting to look a lot more uncertain. But hey, now it's your turn. What do you think? Is Carrie Underwood right to take this bold stand and demand accountability? Or should she have just settled quietly and moved on? And what about The View? Is this the wake-up call they've needed for years? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get real down there. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe, because trust me, this drama? It's far from over. And if Joy Behar wakes up tomorrow screaming into the void? Don't worry. We'll be here to cover every second of it.